Capricorn, Capricorn, Capricorn. The message I just got coming into this reading was, these people don't deserve tower moments from you. Let them live in their high rise, free from the collapse that you supposedly caused or cause. So I'm looking at a light worker, an empath, who is being accused or has been repeatedly accused in the past of being the one that creates the tower moment for others. And the divine said, no, 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 no. They don't even deserve a tower moment from you. Let them live in their high rise. Because in the tower card, it's incredibly high. Right? The eruption of the tower in the sea with the fire and the people flying from it. It's like, oh my gosh, the tower's collapsing and Capricorn's caused the problem. It's always Capricorn that's made this high rise burn to the ground. Capricorn is not responsible. Capricorn is not responsible. Capricorn is not responsible. The tower's burning down. The house is on fire. This is a potential sign for fire safety and making sure that you turn all the hobs off in the fire. If you do live in a high rise, may I add, let's just put this out there, and there's a fire safety rule or regulation that you're not following, bear that in mind. Or if you are having some issues in your house or using appliances that you shouldn't, because there's certain rules when you live in high rises, right? Because the only reason you could get the blame for this genuinely is if you are actually causing a fire and the fire spreads and it spreads to other apartments. Yeah, so bear that in mind, because that's coming through. But the initial energy was, they don't deserve a tower moment from you. And the divine was giving me, yeah, you give out tower moments. Yeah, you do rock people's life. Yeah, you do shake people's tower. Yeah, you do make the seas rapid. Yeah, you do make the waves splash stronger than most. Yeah, you do create firestorms internally in people's mind, in people's personal life, in people's psyche. Sometimes you create an issue and there's uproar, and I want to say something erupts inside people when you do what you do. And if you're doing that maliciously, let's get this clear, because I'm getting told that there is a collective of Capricorn that you have malicious intent sometimes, and you may not want to accept it. You may not want to hit like right now. You may want to click off. I'm not going to lick your ass and be nice, but there are some of you that when you do things, and all of us have weaker moments where our meaner spirited side takes over. So I'm connecting with a Capricorn who is either dealing with someone who has had a mean streak, or they have a mean streak themselves, or you've been dealing with both. Yeah, because the mean streak energy here is when you go too far and you create problems in somebody else's life because of what you know. So it gives me a little bit of clear senses, like it gives me a little bit of like clear knowing, clear cognizance. When you sense or feel something, yeah, which is a major gift to have, you could use that gift to motivate, uplift, and inspire, or you can use that gift to mock, intimidate, minimize, and take advantage of. Yeah? That person doesn't really have any money and I have it. So if I utilize the money in this way and pay for this or that, then they're going to be like putty in my hands. Do you get what I mean? That person is emotionally unstable because they've just broken up from someone they love. So do you know what? I can take full advantage of them. And yeah, they'll sleep with me. They'll let me get away with murder, and I can date them for as long as I like because they're just fragile. They're just a fragile mess. That person doesn't know that that person's talking about them behind their back. So this is a great opportunity for me to use that as ammo and save it and drop the bomb in the heat of the moment and fuck everything up for everyone else. It's examples of ways in which your emotional and psychological stance is used as either weapon, armor, or a defining characteristic of you that isn't on either side of the spectrum just a part of who you are. How conscious of your gifts are you, I want to say, Capricorn? Do you know the clairsenses, the 9 of them? And what ones do you feel like you exhibit more than others? How are your relationships with other people? Are you taking advantage of, being brutal to others who don't deserve it? Or are you passively letting others get away with murder? For me, I get a strong Capricorn collective that is dishing the dirt on others and spoon feeding others who they hate. Yeah, I get in my mind someone who's feeding an elderly person that they hate. This is the stuff I absolutely can't stand. So if this is you feel free to leave my channel and never come back, because I don't lick arse and I don't care to be nice. So yeah, I'm going through the same energy that you're in at this time. I'm channeling right now. But the simple fact of the matter is, I see an old man and I see someone spoon feeding him like applesauce, and he's splattering up everywhere and he's a bit smelly and messy, and I think you're his carer, you're meant to care for him, and as you're feeding him, you're just like, fucking hell, I just hope you hurry up and die, and you're smiling in his face like, oh, it's okay, eat this food, old man, it's okay, but in your mind, you're like, I fucking hate you, I hope you fucking die. I despise that energy personally, because that's an incredible trigger and upset for me, because being empathic, being intuitive, being telepathic to a certain degree, and having heightened senses of awareness that others don't even believe in still till this very day, but I've tested and have enough experiences of to know how gifted I am. I can't stand that. It makes me sick, because it horrifies me that somebody could give me an incredible mask like that and then behind it be saying that. Ugh! I wear my heart on my sleeve and I own every ounce of it, and I'm cringy and embarrassing and disliked and awkward and weird, frequently the awkward fucking one in the room, for being honest and transparent and fucking genuine every fucking day I live and breathe, whether you like it or not. Hence why I give tower moments, but I'm not doing it from malicious intent. I'm grounded and honest in my truth, you know? But then it's that really sinister energy of, I hate this old fucking crusty man. Like, why are you there? If you hate this man and you don't want to feed him, but you feel like you're doing God's work by feeding him, whilst you say awful, mean, malicious stuff in your head, what the fuck are you going through, and why the fuck are you doing that? And I don't know if I'm talking to one of you on the line, or one of you need to go and check on your elderly and make sure they're safe and that they're not around any toxic carers. Because the truth of the matter is, and that's also just a metaphor here, potentially, more than anything else. We use all these visions as metaphors. Some of you, they're very specific, but God forbid that be a reality of one of the Capricorn on the line. Because if that is, I will outrightly say to you now, you're not helping no one. Firstly, that's toxic energy, that's a toxic mindset, that's a toxic mind frame. And at the end of the day, instead of helping this person because you're physically spoon feeding them applesauce or whatever the fuck it is, internally the energy that you're giving off in the environment and surrounding their energy and chakras is toxic. Yeah? It's mean-spirited, it's bad mind. You're wishing death on another person, whether you're saying it as a laugh and a joke. I'm sick and tired of that shit too. I'm sick and tired of people going, I hope that fucking person dies. I hope that person burns in hell. That fucking evil bastard. Like, ew. 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 You're the problem. Ew. That's fucking toxic. Gross. And who the fuck am I to speak, because I'm a rude, loud-mouthed bitch. But once again, we're allowed to be ourselves, minus the malicious intent, because that's where the bad karma will come back around and slap you in your fucking face. And if you had bad karma in your life, you're losing contracts, losing deals, losing money, losing friends, losing family members, losing your life, losing your mental health, losing shit over and over again. Ding, ding, ding. Think we found the reason why. Toxic mindset, toxic mind frame. And although you're going around spoon-feeding elderly like you are the most loving, caring, exuberant, vibrant person that you are, behind your mask, you're none of those things. And guess what God sees? Everything that exists behind the mask. God don't give a fuck about the mask that you wear. That's what you do for the muggles and the everyday people who can't see through your bullshit. And let me tell you now, there are always clairvoyants and always empaths and always intuitive, highly intuitive people around you that will see through your bullshit. And they will play along, because we have been fucking programmed to play along with your crap. All day, every day, we're just going to play along, act casual, like we don't see or hear the bullshit that you're saying. It gets to the point where we fucking explode and we blow and we're like, no, fuck it, I'm done. I'm not playing this game with you anymore. I see through the bullshit. I see you're fucking fake. I see you don't like me. I see you're not genuine. I see you're chatting shit about behind my back. I see you're capping. I see you saying negative stuff. Yeah? I see your vibration. Unfortunately, you outed yourself. Yeah? Fuck that. And that is where we're at. Capricorn, take it or leave it. Whether that's you or the other person, let me know in the comments. I'm so sorry. I am being rude, but I'm also in your vibration, which lets me know you are rude too. Hit the like if you know that's true. Truth serum has arrived today for the collective. We're going to keep going. And I don't know if I want to be angry with you or if I want to laugh it off or brush off, but I want to be quite serious, because if you're going, like, I don't want to judge, but I have to be real. I know the days where I was like, fuck that person, fuck this job, hate that person, fuck this shit. Yeah? I get that energy. I've been there. Yeah? The thing is, I'm a loudmouth. I can't help it. I'll do it public. I've done that in front of my manager many times before. And she's gone, excuse me? What did she say? And I'm like, I'm so sorry. I didn't mean it. I was just irritated. Like issues with management and how my relationship was with management was based on my transparency. And in the end of the day, I actually had quite a really lovely and unique relationship with that manager, because she saw me beyond the facade that everybody else wore in front of her presence. And she relied on me for a lot of stuff. And actually, unfortunately, she passed on. But she was a really insignificant person in my life. And not a lot of people will believe that or know that to be true, or know the personal experiences we had together and kind of what we went through. Just me and her. And maybe another member of staff who had the opportunity to kind of see us all together when we worked really quite closely and privately together. Some people wouldn't believe, yeah? Some people who remove their masks and be one with each other really have strong relationships, and you never know about it. Like, you're in a staff team of like 20, 30, or 40, 50, 100 more people, and you get into dynamics sometimes with the most odd kind of character that people would assume you wouldn't get on, or you banter each other throughout the day that you wouldn't really be on the same wavelength. But when you're working certain hours and you're still in the building at the end of the day, and it's just you and them or this and that person, you make connections. That's the point. And in the moments where you can let your guard down and remove your mask and be honest and genuine with someone in a relationship and build an honest rapport, yeah. And in my head, I'm getting character assassination. So Capricorn, if you're on the line and you feel like this has been a character assassination for Capricorn, feel free to say so in the comments. No one's going to stop you from having an opinion. But you know what I like about these readings, and what I'm going to keep doing potentially, is I'm going to give you the energy you're giving me. These readings, I've told the collective, I'm pulling up in your vibration. So the energy you're receiving from me, I've done other readings today, I haven't been this turn up, because I'm in Capricorn vibration, and this is what Capricorn is giving me. Say hello to the super empath you awakened today on the line. I activated my clear senses in line with yours, because somebody needs to get checked today. I didn't come to play. We ain't come to play. And it's the simple fact that before I came into the reading, the divine pulled up. I didn't even get to fully shuffle yet. And the divine was like, these people don't deserve tower moments from you. Let them live in their high rise, free from the collapse that you supposedly caused, because supposedly you're the problem all the time. Confirmation. I don't know how to take that. Like, I don't know if I want to lean that towards the Capricorn or away, because I'm going back and forth in this. Let me know your stories in the comments, guys. Let me know how you're thinking and feeling about this and what you've been going through. Feel free to share. And I always say, if you disagree with the narrative, own that. This isn't therapy of the sweet buttery variety. Oh, you're having a problem today, are you, darling? Okay. Well, it's the world's fault, isn't it? It could never be you. You must be innocent in the story. No, sometimes you're the fucked up individual that creates these problems. Check it, ho. Do you get what I mean? Like, let's keep it 100. And if it isn't you, check me in the comments and go, I ain't a hoe, bitch. You're the hoe in this hermatologist. Suck my dick, huh? Do you get what I mean? Like, whatever. We're debating. We're allowed And you know what? This is even more important for the person on the call who is that person with the negative self-talk slewing up the blood clot pace about this elderly man they don't want to help, but they feel guided to, or they feel like they have to do it because it's their job. Maybe you do need this moment with me, because now you get to vent. Maybe you get to remove your mask and have a natter or honest conversation in the comments, or write in your journal or blog about how you're really feeling and deal with that. Because it's more of a burden for no one to know how fucking much you hate this job or hate this person. I've been in the era of hating my job. Hence why I do all the things I do now. Go to hermitology.me. Link in the description. Find out who I am and what I do now. Because I hated my jobs. I hated my life. I was deep, depressive, incredibly sad and low. And that was before half of my family died and the other of my family snaked me on some low vibrational shit. So I had to find my way. Neck cracking all over the place today. My goodness. The Knight of Cups is here. And we haven't even gone in on the tarot. I went in on the Tower and the Seven of Cups, both bottom of the deck. I haven't even gone in on the Celtic spread. We're going to fly through this now. So keep your hats on as we go. First card out, Knight of Cups. You had something to give, something to offer. And your highest self, your intuition, seemed to be a serious blockage to that, because you weren't following your intuition and you weren't going with the flow. In the back of the mind, you've got Empress. In the front of the mind, you've got Ace of Wands. This is a gorgeous reading, may I add. I'm connecting with someone who is a high priestess who had something amazing to offer to someone else, to the world, in life. Something was meant to blossom and grow, but for some reason, Page of Wands, you thought it was not big enough. You thought it was too small. You didn't want to say it. You didn't want to do it. You didn't want to give it. You didn't want to be this way. Yeah? Someone's dealing with their identity as well. They didn't want to own who they are, or what I'm going through, or what I really think or feel. Like, when we lie to other people, more times because we lie to ourselves. So the main issue I had when I was conscious about lies, and I was cycling through how to manage lying tendencies in others, and my ability to lie to myself and self-sabotage destructive behaviours, the main thing I awakened to was the fact that I would very just simply not want to accept flaws in my design, flaws in my character. I wouldn't want to character assassinate myself. So that means I must lie now. I must lie to myself and tell myself that I'm okay, that I don't create tower moments, that I'm not the problem, that it's another person or other people causing these collapses in my reality, because ownership of that would then assassinate my character. And I can't have anyone assassinating my character. I have to be the one in control and powerful here. That was a long cycle, maybe in between 2 to 4 years, from not only awakening to that character flaw in me and in others, and how long it's been rooted in my upbringing and part of my hereditary, kind of inherited I want to say innate, but I want to say it's kind of how you've been programmed. You know, we can talk nature, nurture, inherited, and learned behaviour all day and night. I'm getting lost in the developmental psychology of it all. So I'm pulling away from it, because we can debate that in the comments. But the point here is, someone's got the blinkers on, because it's easier for me to judge everybody else and blame them instead of blaming me. Like the work example, I hate my job and I say all these negative stuff under my under my breath. You could be a chef, but under my breath, and I'm really moody and bitter, and maybe at lunchtime you're just having an argument or a pissing match, slagging everyone off in the staff room, bitching and moaning about life and what you're going through. But if you're not happy, leave. And I had to learn that the hard way. When you are not happy and it is not working, it is not for you. It's a sign from spirit. You are being guided. And the more you stay in an environment doing more and more negative, toxic things, it just spreads. And you think you're there being the positive one, acknowledging all the flaws in the design of the company or the business or the day-to-day functioning. But the truth of the matter is, If they wanted to deal with all those issues in the company, they would have dealt with it. So what you can do is walk the fuck away and get your mental health, self-esteem and confidence back and evolve. Learn from it. Easier said than done. I went through a lot bouncing around in careers to get to where I am today. We're all destined for something, you know? I say that because Seven of Cups is out again in the future. And once again, it's giving me distraction, self-sabotage, avoidance, major avoidance. There are so many things in your life that you need to take ownership and responsibility of. But if you outsource it and blame everybody else, yeah? I get someone who's blaming their dad who's not alive anymore, their brother who's not alive anymore, or their brother who refuses to outrightly speak to them, yeah? A sibling who doesn't want to speak to you anymore. A cousin who doesn't want to associate with you, or someone you saw as a cousin or a close family friend. There's a network around you or people around you, and no one really wants to engage or associate with you anymore, and you blame it on them, and there is validity in that. But the truth of the matter is, you need to take ownership of your actions and your behaviour, because I see you celebrating, turning up, having a good time, being around the few people that you have left. But I see, and this is the first clairvoyance and me really channeling with you guys, which lets me know I've got a few powerful clairsentience on the line here, because it's letting me know some of you guys, and this is me foreseeing, yeah, for real, no cap here, like this isn't, this is higher level prophecy is what I'm saying, because I don't often get this. I feel the seriousness of this statement. I don't like to say things without me knowing this is truthful, and the fact that I know that this is truthful is why I'm now saying what I'm saying. Stay with me. Disclaimer, you know, spiritual fucking disclaimers, because someone's gonna lose the three people they've got left in their lives. You're destined, and now I'm the tower. Now I'm the tower for you. Do you get it? And the divine's like, these people don't deserve this tower. Let them go through it on their own. Da, 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 da. But I'm going to tell you what I've got, and I'm going to leave. Because it's like the three people that are left in your life, if this is for you, that you celebrate with and you turn up with and you shove your head in the sand with. And there's a load of other people that you've left in your wake to get to these three people. Yeah? I want to say you fucked over a lot of other people for this. You've disrespected a lot of other people for this. You've lied on a lot of other people for this. You've been disingenuous with a lot of other people for this. And the three people that you have left, they do not have your best interests at heart. They lie to you. You lie to them. The dynamic and relationship you've created with these three people is fucking toxic. But once again, you all do that same smiley thing that you do. You see that same thing that you do to the granddad? Yeah? These people do that to you, and you don't see that yet. You haven't been awakened to that yet. And what you are destined for is a very beautiful, incredible life when you awaken to that. And these relationships are going to crumble. You're going to have a tower moment in these instances, because someone's going to slap you around the face with a wet fish, basically, in a really, really toxic way, and remind you that these relationships were built on sinking sand. These relationships are toxic. You might want to go and watch Sinking Under the Pressure, one of the TV tarot readings with the Titanic movie and another movie that I cannot remember for the life of me right now. Go and check that out. Really significant, because the Eight of Pentacles is next to it. It's about work. Then it's the Three of Wands, and then it's the Sun. It looks like whatever's going to happen is there's going to be a tower moment, a serious collapse in a relationship with all three of these people in relationship. It could be business. And then after that, you're going to walk away, and in the next 8 months, you'll really, really heal. And in the next 8 years, yeah, you'll have a totally different life. And over the next 1, 2, 3 years, slow progressionary evolution, much more stable, happy life. But someone's got someone, if you've lost someone in the last year and a half, someone potentially lost a dad in spirit, it's because your dad's now kind of stepping in and pulling the rug from underneath your feet, saying, fuck this ancestral curse you've been carrying since my generation, fuck it, it's got to go. So this is being forced upon you, a tower moment. Everything I said to you in the moody, bitterness, bitchy, catty side of me coming through is because the divine is sick and tired of your bullshit. And they're calling you out, point blank fucking period. Straight up character assassination today. I'm not even going to lie. Mean. And I've been going back and forth about my content over here, and I'm saying, divine, help me, angels, help me, God, help me. I don't want to be one of these readers. I don't want to be a darker-sided reader. I want to be positive. I want to be empathic. I don't want to say negative shit. But a few of my readings, they've been negative shit. And that's why I have Her 70 Consciousness, which is the healing space, which is me really grounded and doing my shamanic shit. But when I come over here, and this is the hardest fucking thing that I have to accept and deal with, and that you could potentially benefit and learn from, so I'll share it with you, is I'm me. I'm Louisa Mandarallen. I'm a real fucking human with a heart, and I consider myself to be a light-hearted shaman, free hippie, skipping around living life. But I work in the tech industry, I work in the corporate industry, and I'm now supposedly an influencer if I'm making YouTube content. I'm a YouTuber, but I'm in that world. I have to accept it. And at the end of the day, I'm reading tarot for collectives and groups of people. Although they're general readings on this platform, I'm reading, and the stuff I'm seeing isn't namaste. It isn't pick a daisy and drink a matcha tea. It isn't. It's fucked up shit going on in the psyche, in the mind, in your surrounding environment. Some of the readings I've done on here, affairs, abuse, theft, rape, lies, cheats, domestic violence, like child abuse. Serious stuff going on in the tarot alone. So how can I stay here and be neutral and not character assassinate when I see stuff and I get visions and it eats me up? And that's been a thing in my life for a really, really long time that I've had to learn to manage when I see and sense more than I should. And I can stay in my working environment and shut my mouth and act like that's not a problem. Those two employees hate each other and they fight all day, and that person's bitching about them and that person's bitching about them, and they both come to me and bitch to me about it, but I don't want to know, and I'd rather heal the situation. And if I can't, then I'll try and heal it, and I'll try and fix it, and I'll try and fix it. And then I'm getting more and more depressed. I'm getting more and more low vibrational. I'm getting moody. I'm getting up in the morning going, fuck this shit, I hate this fucking job. But then I'm pulling up and I'm smiling, but my true energy is fuck this job. And that transcends, believe it or not. Because as beautiful as your mask may appear to be, beneath it, your energy sings and rings true in every little step and every little movement you make. So acknowledge your genuine character beyond what appears on the surface, and know that people do see, whether you believe it or not. I've had quite a few interesting dreams and epiphanies and awakenings through a range of different kind of hypnosis and therapies I've had over the last few months, I want to say, but specifically more heightened over the last 2 to 3 weeks. I've been trying some different approaches, and the stuff that's been coming up is very, very interesting, and it's been revealing alternative and additional layerings to relationships and engagements I've had with other people in the past, and people that you think maybe are not that significant. You didn't really know them too well. You only spoke to them once or twice, or you tried to build a relationship with that person, but you didn't understand why. You felt like there was a real niggling issue there. You knew that person didn't like you. You assumed that they were saying negative stuff about you, but you didn't really know that for sure. Yeah? And then suddenly, the tower moment is, oh my gosh, I remember that person said that, and they were like, just avoid that, or they were just kind of looked at you like, maybe don't join us, or they were showing you signs. And sometimes you don't get the outright message. Some people will go, yeah, that person doesn't like you, they already said it in the meeting when you weren't there. Do you get fair enough? Sorted. But in other instances, you don't get that. It's only afterwards you realise, oh wait, they all done that. Deliberately on purpose. And that happened time and time again. And then that person done that too. They all kind of done that. And you still tried and made an effort, but they were doing that to you consecutively. Yeah, that's not right. They were making it clear that you weren't welcome and you weren't invited and you weren't part of the team or the group, and they didn't really like you. But because they didn't outrightly say it, you didn't see it as that. It's the delusion we create for ourselves to make ourselves fit in. Because someone here felt like they had to fit in a certain group. And you hurt other people to fit into this group. To be this way. And it's not your real way. And you are heading to your real way now. Because the Tower is destined. And it looks really positive for you. It doesn't look like a breakdown. It doesn't look like Three of Swords. It doesn't look like trauma or major triggers. It just looks like, fuck it. Let's go the right way now. We fucked up. We made mistakes. But it does give me a little bit of concerns, because it does suggest that you may be quite numb to dealing with your emotions or valuing anyone genuinely in a relationship, because the 3 people that are left are also quite similar to you. And it's no emotion, absolute numbness, void of any kind of deeper level of intimacy or stronger connection. And you don't really care or miss any of the people from your past. Which is understandable when these people are incredibly toxic and have hurt you or done you wrong. But if they haven't, but you're just implying that they have to make yourself feel better, then that's something to look at as well. Because I'm looking at a lot of confusion in the mind, and over the next 4 years, and I don't know why it's such a long time, like with you guys, I'm surprised that I keep saying 4 years, 8 years, 3 years, for you to really be delivered from this. Because it looks like there's a lot of work that needs to happen. This is something to do with housing. I get housing again. Like, so temporary housing, replacement housing, something about fire. Check all your fire safety manuals and make sure you've got your fire extinguisher handy. Make sure you have the right insurance and protections in your home for any kind of fires, because I get a negative energy around someone's home and fire safety, basically, yeah? A real 7 of Cups, 3 of Cups, 7 of Cups, just looking at me on the way out. Really giving me like this absurd scenario of unhealed emotions that only when they start coming out can be dealt with. Like I gave you that example with lies for me, and lying, and how that presented as self-sabotage and destructive behaviours. There's so much of you have not even begun to discover yet. You are going to go on a journey for the next 4 years, and you won't even really be activated until 3 years from now to start opening your emotions. Someone is so void of emotion here that it's going to take a lot to even open you up. It's going to take you 3 years to even have some kind of sympathy, empathy, emotional understanding, emotional intelligence. And it's something you can't fake. Do you get what I mean? And it's something that you just can't make up out of the blue. You can't suddenly be an empathic person. You can't suddenly be emotionally literate. Some people have no emotion. Some people don't see other people. Some people don't care about other people beyond themselves. Some people just say negative stuff while they stare at you in the face and acting like they like you. I hate those people with a passion. I know those people way too well. I've known those people since I came out of the womb as a little empath. You could see the truth in people's fucking faces when you see aura and you read energy and you're clairvoyant. And there's nothing more unattractive and uncomfortable to be in an environment with someone who's just so fake. And I'm saying that because someone needs to go on a really deep, exotic healing journey within, yeah? So if you're someone who likes to post up on all your exotic holidays around the world, yeah, and you're one of those people, you could even be a guru, I'm getting in my head, or someone who advocates for leisure and tourism, and you're always posted up in all these beautiful places looking Instagram famous and Instagram ready. Oh, I'm on holiday again. I'm on holiday again. Oh, look at me in the Bahamas. Look at me in Bora Bora. Look at me in Thailand, yeah? Taking the piss, but I feel like I need to a little bit, because the really exotic holiday that you need to go on is the one that starts inside of yourself, because your external may be cute, but you're going to be more and more depressive, more and more alone, more and more isolated, more and more wearing a mask, more and more disingenuous, and more unhappy if you are already that. Don't pull up to this reading thinking it's personal, and don't pull up to this reading thinking every aspect of it's going to be about you. Don't pull up to this reading thinking that I'm come to character assassinate you, but do pull up to this reading with an open mind to go, that's me, that's not me, that's me, that's not me. I value you for speaking the truth, and I'm going to pull what makes sense to me here. Or even if it's not about me and I don't resonate, and even if I don't like it, I'm going to give this its time and understand what does or doesn't trigger me in the conversation even. Because the hermitologist still doesn't actually know me. She doesn't know me personally. She doesn't know the ins and outs. She's reading the tarot and reading the cards. So what she pulls from that is a perspective based on collective energy. And I get to decide whether or not I do or don't exhibit those characters. I get to analyse myself through her lens, her perspective. Which is what we get every single day in every relationship we have. And we either value it or we don't. Most people don't give a fuck to listen to anybody else but themselves. And they value their opinion above everybody else's. It's fun and amazing until it isn't. And you're going to start learning what isn't. Because God's saying, fucking hell, I'm done with this bullshit. I'm absolutely done with this fake Capricorn bullshit. The real Capricorn needs to stand up. Would the real Capricorn please stand up?